Good morning, this is Margaret Fetty, and we are here for the University of Sewing and Facebook Live. Welcome. So, I told you I was going to have a lot of fabric to show you. Now, that looks like a lot, but Dave's going to sweep over here. We really have a lot of fabric. You know, this whole supply chain issue thing has created something that is just a little bit unusual. So we usually try to plan to get some new fabric every month. That's our plan. Well, we've gotten 3 months of fabric in 1 month. So there's a lot of fabric here. And guess what? We're going to even get more. So, oh my goodness, it's just crazy. So I need your help, guys. You guys need to buy some fabric. So we've got some wonderful things to tell you about, though. So let's start off with, please share our live videos. We always give you something each week. We have a giveaway, and our friend Connie and our friends Lucy both won things last week. And now I have this lovely pattern that is perfect for your maybe granddaughter or your daughter. And it's adorable. It's not terribly complicated. It goes from a size 1 to a size 14, and it does dolls. So this is a really cute pattern. You can make a doll, and you can make your child's pattern and make them out of the same thing, and your little girl would just love this. So it's a wonderful, wonderful idea for them, and we're going to give this away to the lucky winner of today's Facebook Live sharing. Now, the deal with this is how this works, because I know we have some new viewers. You go ahead and hit the share button, but then you go down in the comments and write that you shared. And then we'll know to put your name in the hat.
You mean like Janice Cook just did?
Well, there you go, Janice. But, you know, interestingly, thank you, Janice, by the way, and thank you, every one of you, for doing this. The interesting thing about this is most of us have set up our settings that we have privacy when we do things like sharing. And so if you share and you don't tell me, I don't know. What I do know is how many people shared. So, for example, when I get done watching the videos, or excuse me, when we get done doing these videos and I go back, I usually go back 24 hours later, because I don't mind when you share these. People can watch this video anytime, but in that 24-hour period, if you share, your name will go into the hat. So the idea here is that we want your friends to know about our business so that hopefully we can be successful, sell lots of fabric, sell lots of Bernina sewing machines, that you all know about us, know that you are going to end up with some wonderful content here, because we always try to share good tips and tricks for you, lots of information. So it's not all just selling stuff, and although that is totally part of it. I'm not making any excuses for that, because if we don't sell stuff, we don't stay in business. So I just want you to understand, I'm aware of what we're doing, but we really do want you to love sewing. And we want you to have a wonderful time doing this. And so if you have a question about a pattern, if you have a question about a fabric, you want to have some more information, you want more pictures, whatever it is, unlike a lot of places, we'll actually answer your emails. We'll answer your questions. If you ask us on Facebook, or if you ask us in an email, which you can do at info@universityofsewing.com. We want you to be successful, and we want you to have a good time with this, because we love to sew. And so we just want to share that with you. Okay, share, you're going to win a prize. So, all right. So I'm not sure even where to start.
Hey, before you get on fabric, why don't we show the Sew Steady table for the featherweight?
Oh, this is really cute, guys. If you've never seen this, this is really cute. Do you like to use your featherweight at retreats? Well, look at how pretty this is. This Sew Steady table fits right in here. It's really nice. And I can ship it anywhere, because it's not a big deal to ship this. It comes in a nice box. We can ship it to you. And we can get, but I typically have one of these featherweight tables in stock. I typically have in here also a Sew Steady table. This is their wish table. And this is the wish table with the BSR complement on it. So you can see a BSR is attached here right now. Now you don't get the BSR with this. Don't get too cute on me here. You don't get the BSR, but you do get the opening and you get the table. Now, the thing about the Sew Steady tables is we have to know what machine you're using. So for example, if what you're doing is this is on a 5 series table, and if you have a brand new 5 series, this table will work beautifully for you. But if you have a 7 series or you have a 3 series or 4 series, you may need a different table.
And it doesn't matter what brand. So Steady
No,
makes, they have like 3,000 templates.
Yes, they don't care. They make these tables. These lovely acrylic tables are made up for all the different brands. So Steady is a wonderful company to work with. And all I need to know is what is the make and model of your machine, and we can get you a Sew Steady table. So that's really nice if you don't have a cabinet, although we'd love to sell you a cabinet. But if you don't have a cabinet and you work in a small area and maybe all you want is just to have that bigger flat surface, because I'm going to just tell you, if you've not tried working, if you just always sew on your free arm, if you do something like this instead, you're going to be surprised at how the support of the fabric you're working with and what you're doing will be a huge difference. One of the things, I don't know if you guys noticed it yesterday when you were watching, we had the table support underneath the embroidery machine. And I didn't even know that you could do that. But Alice told me that one of the things that really helps when you're embroidering, if you put your slide on table and then you put your embroidery machine on, that gives the whole embroidery unit more stability. And so you're going to get better stitching. You're going to have less problems with your stitching, all kinds of things like that. Now, I don't know if that's true for other brands, but it certainly is true for the Bernina brand. So there's some ideas for you to make, that's the whole thing about all of this. These tools, they are, yes, they're pretty. They're cute, they look nice, but are they useful? And I try really hard to make sure that the notions and the other tools that we have, also along with our Berninas and Bernette sewing machines, I try to make sure that what we carry in the shop is actually going to make your sewing experience more fun. So let's talk about the fabric. Okay, don't forget to share. We're going to go ahead and give this cute little Ava tie top pattern from Izzy and Ivy, and it's really sweet. So I'd like to give you that. We got some Riley Blake in. Now, I don't carry a ton of Riley Blake, but the She Who Sews group of fabric is amazing. And look at this. This is like kind of a Gibson Girl steampunk crossover. Is she not fabulous? And there's all kinds of little cute sayings on this fabric. It's really adorable. And we've got this in several yard cut bundles. We've got it in a colorway of basically white and, oh no, this is the red one. So there's a whole bunch of them. I'm going to show it to you, but there's going to be some that come with some red. And I'm going to show you more. There's some that come with blue. And then I'll show you the actual fabrics. And then there is a group that is basically black and white. Oh, there it is. Ugh. Okay, it's heavy because it's a yard bundle. So here is in black and white. Okay, so now let's look at some of the fabrics that come in this. Now, I will tell you, I'm in love with this. There's a calendar for the next 3 years. How cool is that? We all need really cool calendars in our lives, and this one is fabulous. So there's for your 3 years. Now we've got some really adorable panels with a bunch of different Gibson girls. And aren't they sweet? Oh, look at all those really fun things going on there. So we've got that. Then we've got, look at this, a hand crank sewing machine. Isn't that gorgeous? And then we've got our buttons. We've got the ends of our bolts of fabric, or I'm sorry, end bolts of thread, the silk thread. And here's another one of those. Then how about wooden spools of thread? Another group of really cool panels. Now this all comes in your 1 yard bundle kits. So this is going to be really nice. And so more cute sayings, adorable things in there. I know that you have sewing buddies. You all have sewing buddies. Wouldn't we be able to make some really cute things out of this for our sewing buddies? Then we have this wonderful fabric. And see, it has prices. Oh, this is wonderful. Double and single threaded sewing machine, price from $25 to $35. That is just brilliant. So that's really fun. Old-fashioned sewing machines on it. Then we have a combo fabric with some really pretty color with the old-fashioned sewing machines. Best 6-cord thread. Dressmakers should use it. Tailoring signs. Clothier signs. Now we have some gorgeous little tomato pins with the buttons in the background. And this little sign saying needles and pins. Okay. And then we've got this beautiful selection of kind of grays. And we've got the pins, the tomato pins again. So we've got that. And this is printed great because you don't have to use it in just one direction. That's really useful. Then we have it with more buttons in gray. And then, how about this? A nice little tape measure. And you know what is really fun? It's actually accurate. So those inches are actually inches. And then a beautiful little floral to go with it, which I was totally surprised at. I wasn't expecting that. So what you get in the yard bundles, it looks like this. You can get those buttons in the tape measure and the sewing machine and the tomato pins in the colors. So there's red or this blue or your black and white. So we've got those. We've got fat quarter bundle. And then we've got a 10-inch wide. And then there's a group of 5-inch. That's a layer cake, and then a 5-inch charm pack. So those are available to you if you want any of these. We didn't get a lot of this. We actually purposely kept this kind of small because I know it's kind of a niche thing. It's for those of us who like fabric like this. I'm a huge fan of fabric that has sewing stuff on it. You guys know that if you've been watching for any length of time. But I behaved myself. And I only got a few of these packets. So if you're interested and you think you want it, go on to our website at universityofsewing.com. It's in the latest arrivals. You'll find it right away. It's super easy under Riley Blake. And I think you will have a ton of fun with this. Now, some of the other stuff I'm going to kind of cover fast. And I'm going to do, Dave, I'm going to go just on these kind of ones right over here first. We'll take a little more time with the in the beginning fabric. So we have some beautiful new boutiques that just came in. These are from Northcott. They're their Banyan line. So they're going to go really well. If you're doing the Banyan Illusions quilt, a lot of these fabrics would potentially go really well with it. So you've got your batiks. It's got all the kind of primary colors in it. So they're great blenders. They're going to look really good with all of those Banyan Boutique Illusions block of the month. If you tend to get batiks and you want something specific, if you're looking for a kind of solid blender, go ahead and send me send me an email. If we don't feel like the color, if you send me a picture and you think the color looks good, then when I get it here, I can even match it up and get you something that's going to go with your project. So I know that can always be a really big challenge because, our blacks sometimes have a blue base and our blacks sometimes have a green base. And so we want to make sure that the colors we're getting are actually going to blend. The other thing you can always do is send me a sample of your fabric and I will send you back some ideas of things that'll work, or we can do a Zoom meeting. I've done this for our customers in the past where they've looked for a specific color, they've been looking for some things and they want to talk it over with us. I have this is interesting, but I actually took a test at one point in time, and apparently women have better color, and they can see colors better than men usually, not always, but usually. And then on top of it, there's some of us who can see a lot of colors that other people don't see, and I actually have that. And I'm pretty good at figuring out what colors work well with things. So if I can help you with that, I'd love to do that. We also have some Radiance Shimmers from Northcott. These are really sweet fabrics. They come in a variety of different blues right here. They're really pretty. They have a lot of rich color to them, and they have this beautiful gold sparkle to it. So this might be perfect for some project where you're just wanting a little bit of pop, a little bit of color. Maybe they will work well. Then we've got some more bliss coming in. And we're going to get a lot more bliss. If you're not familiar with bliss, it is these wonderful little bubbles. And it has a lot of different colors that come with this. And if you go into our website and you put in bliss, you will find a lot of different colors that you can use. It's just such a great mixer. And we've got some really cool patterns to go with it. So if that's something that appeals to you, you might want to look at that. This group of Banyan Boutiques is really, really pretty. We've got a beautiful, this one has a very distinct blue in the background with the black dots on it. It almost looks kind of leopardy. It's very pretty. I'm very fond of this one. We've got a beautiful kind of green floral, very lovely. We've got a couple of browns. We noticed we weren't doing a good job in the browns department, so we did a little bit of effort to get some browns. This one has some green in it, just so you know, unlike this other brown that has, it's a real honest to goodness chocolate brown. So if you like your chocolates, and this is really a lovely color, it's got this beautiful little floral in it. It's very rich looking, so it would make a really good complement in where you're looking for your browns. We've got some creams. This cream has some blue and some pink in it. We've got some more blue. And this one's really quite fun. Has a lot going on. Now this one's really different. I really like this. This is really beautiful. I could see making a top out of this. This is really fun. So, and then finally another dot, but this one has a bit of yellow in it with the blue. It's not as green as the other one is, and it has these beautiful dots all through it. Very, very cool fabric. Okay. We just got in an amazing group of fabrics from In the Beginning. I bet you guys are going to be totally surprised. It's got dragons on it. So This is the pattern for it. We're going to make up kits. We haven't done it yet, but we're going to make up some kits. And this is the pattern. It's called Dragons the Ancients, and it is fantastic. I can't wait to show you. First of all, one of the things that we got with this group of fabrics is a wonderful black fabric that it's called Texture Graphics. This is something that In the Beginning has done multiple times, and they do it really, really well. It almost looks three-dimensional. It looks like this fabric is crinkled. The printing on it is so well done. The fabric feels fabulous. If you've got a dragon lover in your world, do you know somebody who loved the Game of Thrones, or maybe they like to play Dungeons and Dragons, or there's a variety of us that really enjoy dragons? The stripe for this fabric is really, it's so big and so amazing. There we go. And that dragon goes across there. That is just so fabulous. He's really quite the dragon. These are kind of Celtic looking. All the dragons are very medieval. It's really quite fun. So we've got that. We've got a great set of panels with smaller dragons. So if you just want to do a pillow or something like that, the panel comes with 6 different dragons on it. And I'm going to turn it around so you can see the other guys. They're pretty fierce looking. They really are pretty fierce. I love this. It is fantastic. I was really looking forward to this one. So the primary colors in this particular one are greens and reds. It has a lot of green, and the green is really pretty rich and bright. It's a bright green. And so here's some other of the fabrics that are going to go into this. Then we've got, this is kind of cool because they've got little dragons in it. So unlike the last one we had that had orange scales, this one has green scales. And then this is the one they call Flame. And lastly, the panel. So let's see where we're at now. There we go. Okay, we're getting close to my timeline.
Plus, if you get a chance, you should talk to Alice and let people know what's going on over there today.
Ah, okay, we can do that. So Alice can come over here. So this is, we're going to finish up with this panel of the In the Beginning. We've got our knight standing on a hill, the dragon coming along, castle in the background, and great dragons in the corners. I love this fabric. It is so fun. Okay, so Alice, why don't you pop over here?
Good morning, everyone. Today is the Software Inspirations lesson number 2, and it's called Branching and Closest Join. Here's kind of a sample of it. Have you ever stitched out something and you just had jump threads all over the place? It went from here to there. Yes, our sewing machines do have cutting on them now, but I turned that off to make the point. Once you apply that branching tool in the software, look at here. It starts there and stops there. No jump threads. Isn't that cool?
It is so amazing, and it's so beautiful, Alice. It's really fun. You showed me it on the other day on the it's just really amazing.
This is the lesson stitched out so you can see it.
It is so beautiful.
It optimizes the stitches so it just runs really cool, and part of the lesson is digitizing some of this as well. So that's what's going on today.
Well, that sounds like it's going to be a very fun lesson. You guys are doing some really amazing stuff with that software. We have got a bunch of classes coming up for March and April. I want to make sure we don't forget to tell you about our events. One, we are going to be doing a Vanita McCall event. It's called Mystery Make, and it's the artistic version. And so you will get to use your, this is for those of you who are thinking about a 770, a 790, or a 880. This class will give you a big introduction so you can use the machine, see how comfortable you are. It's kind of the, it's a fabulous class for you to, if you've just recently bought one of them, it might be something fun for you to take too. But we're hoping that some of you who are on the fence, thinking about it, you haven't decided to buy your machine yet, or maybe you know someone who's thinking about buying a machine. They're going to get great deals. We're going to provide you lunch each day. You're going to get to have, we're going to always have chocolate. We always have chocolate. And we are going to have lots of different fun things going on, door prizes and so forth. So it's going to be a wonderful time. That is on April the 1st and April the 2nd. And we would love to have you for that. Just go on to our website and go to classes, and you will find this event right there. Also, we are going to be doing in May, we're going to be going, we're going to have Betsy Carlson here. She's going to be doing 3 different events with us, all on the Q series. 2 of them, or I should say one of the events, but it's 2 different times, is on the sit-down models. Then another one is going to be on training on the long arm for those who've already bought a long arm. And then there's going to be a class for those of you who are thinking about long arm. Really, really good stuff. You're going to learn a lot of things about them. Do you want to try out maybe ruler work and you've been hesitant? One of these classes is going to touch on that stuff so you can see how it works. It's not a full-blown class on ruler work, but what it is it gives you an introduction and shows you some things about it. And I'm sure she will give us some tips and tricks for all these different techniques so that you feel like you would be able to at least start to approach it. We're going to be doing those things. The classes in May are going to be the 13th and 14th. So again, go on our website, go to classes, and you'll see it right there. I did not want to forget to tell you about our shop hop. We're having a shop hop here. Actually, it's a whole southern Indiana. There's 10 different shops involved, and that's going to be starting, the shop hop itself is like June 22nd through the 24th, I think are the dates. It's on our calendar. Don't take my word for those dates. Go and look at it. We're going to be selling passports for that starting next week. So look at all of that stuff on but there's plenty of other things. There's beginning quilting. There's garment classes. There's going to be mastery classes. All the things you've been looking for. And we are here to start getting those classes going, and you are going to have a ball. It is time for us to get out. March is right around the corner. If you think that you are interested in purchasing a machine, you wanted a demo, don't forget we are always here. You can either make an appointment for that, or you can just stop in and we'll be happy to show you the machine of your dreams. So everybody, we're going to have to get going today, but don't forget to share the video, because your friends may want some of these wonderful things. And I didn't even get to all of them. We also just got a whole new group of fabrics from RJR, both in their Cotton Supremes and a group of them called, I want to say, oh goodness, I had the name on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of it. Go look at our latest arrivals and you'll see the new group of RJRs, and I'll show them to you next week because we just ran out of time. It just happens sometimes. If you decide you want to do the shop hop, you're going to get a cool little pin with that and a passport book, and you get a discount of $1 getting that. It's only $5 if you get it ahead of time before the shop hop starts. So you might want to put that on your calendar. Go to our calendar online and see all the things coming up. You can click on the calendar and it'll link you right to the class or to the event and tell you all about it. And always, if you ever have a question, don't hesitate. We're happy to get you taken care of with if it's a question about sewing or if it's a question about our classes or whatever. Just let us know what you're needing and we'll be happy to help. You have a wonderful Saturday, and we will see you next Friday at Facebook Live.